Here we're talking about scientific notation, because when you get into chemistry or math or biology, you're going to be seeing this kind of stuff all over the place. And you're going to have to know how to read this so you don't freak out and have an anxiety attack. Because really, it's not a big deal. It's just that
scientists are lazy.
And we write numbers as short as we possibly can because we do not want to spend all day writing long-ass numbers all across the chalkboard, spending hours and hours writing all these long numbers over and over again. So we just make them shorter. That's all scientific notation is. Notation. It's just a way to shorten the number. And it's actually a really easy thing to understand, but it looks intimidating at first. So don't panic, breathe in and out, no problem. Now you're going to be hit with something like this, like 3.6 times 10 to the third power. And you're going to be like, whoa, so I got to take 10 times the third power, and then I got to multiply it by 3.6. No, you don't have to do any of that stuff. All that means, look at this number right here, this third power right there. Don't even look at the 10 or anything. Just look at this third power. Okay, so you have this number 3.6. That's where I got that from. To the third power just means you're going to take this decimal right here and you're going to move it over 3 places. 1, 2, 3. And so let's put some zeros in here just to fill in those gaps where you move the decimal. So now you have 3,600. So that's it. 3.6 times 10 to the third just equals 3,600. That's it. That's all this means. Then all of a sudden you have this -3. So what the heck does that supposed to mean? So all that means is that when you have the 3.6, instead of moving the decimal point over 1, 2, 3 times, you move it backwards. 1, 2, 3. And you fill in the zeros where this -3 should be. And then let's put a little 0 in front of this decimal to make it look pretty right there. So we have 0.0036 is the exact same thing as 3.6 times 10 to the -3. And the difference, and the way you're going to remember this, is when you have a number like this, and it's 10 to the 3, it's +3, that means when you kind of unwrap this number into the actual real long number that it's supposed to be, you're going to make this a bigger number than what it is. So 3.6 is going to turn into a bigger number, 3,600. And if you have a negative in front of this 3, you're still going to move the decimal point 3 places, but you're going to make this a smaller number when you unwrap it and when you turn it into the long number that it's supposed to be. So it's going to be 0.036, which is a teeny tiny number because the is negative. Involved. Because see, you had this decimal right there and you went 1, 2, 3. And so that makes it 0.0036, this teeny tiny small number. And that's what that means. Negative. And that's all scientific notation means.